It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Rams and the Eagles, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year. They rolled through, and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. And we're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if he can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. From the 50, Stafford. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And the Rams hit 6-5 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air again, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
Nifty move. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A.J. Brown.
49 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Stafford here. And his pass incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, They cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing again is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught one more time by Boyd.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st down, and they go with Swift again.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Rams defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. The Eagles send out their punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And that's incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hurts.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ball start. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Hopkins. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982. And that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were. 982 and counting.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And taken right on the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Complete. Smith has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They go play action with Hurts.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Rams to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Throwing is Stafford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jordan Davis coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
One more time with Gibson.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We saw a vintage first half from the veteran Matthew Stafford. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Okay,
this has
Coach,
certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle. We have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football
and he will not
the rest
bring
of the
it out.
way.
It's a touchback. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, That means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looking really, really sharp. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Gibson here running out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On first down, it's Stafford.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Swift. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got his man on the out route. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him, but found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Byron Young,
the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
throwing is Hurts.
And this is going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The football going back to the Rams now.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. In motion left is Hopkins.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 6.
Now Stafford. It's caught. Becker. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Back to throw, Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none. Because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Hurts throw into the hands of Boyd.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Now a give right side Swift.
Very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith.
39 yards.
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about, not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 25-yard line.
Now it's Stafford.
Touchdown!
Odell Beckham, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. On first down, Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Byron Young
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, It's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Rams, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.